Hello and welcome to another episode of What's Inside. Today we're looking at Cthulhu Wars Great Old Ones Pack 1. This is an expansion for Cthulhu Wars. And this one has obviously 5 minis in it. And they are Abahoth, Narfuga and Cthulhu, Mother Hydra, and Yig. As well as 5 loyalty cards, 5 unique spell books, and 12 filth tokens. Like to see my table reflected, probably my living room. Alright, so this is part of Wyatt's Kickstarter stuff that came in. So he's nice enough to let us go through it. So let's open this up and see what's inside. See how the minis look. Now, these were put out by Petersen Games. You of course do need the core Cthulhu Wars box to play. Yeah, I like the game quite a bit. I think it's fun. It's a lot more in-depth than a lot of people give it credit for. But it is, it's like a Risk type game in my opinion. Now this one retails for about 35 bucks. And this game is aimed at ages 14 and up. So it's not going to be for everybody. Alright. So, okay. We got a little baggie here with everything in it. That's cool. Alright, so here's our filth tokens. Pretty simplistic. They just look like something green exploded. And there's 3 on each one there. Yep, 6 of them on each card, so that's for 12. So let's look at the cards next. I'll zoom the camera in so we can get a better look. Okay, so first up we have Abahoth. These are independent great old ones. If you didn't watch the previous videos, I'll read the description real quick. Independent great old ones. Awakening. Take its loyalty card and place a figure on the map under your control. Add its spellbook and any tokens to your pool. There is no limit as to how many independents you may control. You may use an independent to help awaken another one. Death. If your independent is killed, place its loyalty card, figure, unused tokens, and the spellbook back in the general pool. Tokens already on the map remain there. If you had earned its spellbook, it falls off the loyalty card and is no longer in effect. If this independent is awakened again, even by the same player, the spellbook must be earned again. Spellbook. Each independent has its own spellbook to be earned when the requirements are met. Place the spellbook on the loyalty card and reap its benefits so long as you control that independent. This does not count as one of your faction spellbooks for any purpose. You cannot count it on your faction card. Doom Phase. When you do a Ritual of Annihilation, do not gain an Elder Sign for any independent great old ones you control. Note, for your first game with independents, we recommend using 1 fewer independent than the number of players. So that's the back of the cards. So, Abahoth. How to awaken Abahoth. Cost of 4. 1. Your controlled gate is in an area with your great old one. 2. Pay 4 power and place Abahoth in the area containing the gate. Combat. Equals the number of filth tokens in play, 0 to 12. Filth. Action cost. 1. Place a filth token in any area. Filth tokens are combat 0 monsters. They belong to Abahoth's faction, but cannot take any actions including move. They can be killed or pinned normally in battle and are affected by spellbooks and abilities. Alright, how to get a spellbook. Choose 1. Either your faction has 4 or more different monster types in play, or your faction has 8 or more total monsters in play. Now the spellbook, the Brood, is Doom Phase. Gates in areas containing filth tokens do not count during the Doom Phase. Gates controlled by Abahoth's faction units are unaffected. So that's a great way to rob your opponent of some stuff. Alright, Changnar Faugen? I know I pronounced that wrong. Cost of 4. Number 1, your controlled gate is in an area with your Great Old One. 2, pay 4 power and place this guy in the area containing the gate. Combat 3. Miri Nigiri, ongoing. In a battle taking place in an area with your controlled gate, add 3 dice to your combat total. Now to get the spellbook, as your action, discard 2 Elder Signs. You receive no doom for them. Spell, Curse of Chongnarfon, ongoing. Turn all Elder Signs in the pool face up. When any player receives an Elder Sign, you pick which one they receive. If you lose this spellbook, turn the Elder Signs face down again and mix them up. Alright, Cthulhu. Nominal cost of 6. Unlike the others, this one has 3 rules. Number 1, your controlled gate is in an area with your Great Old One. 2, pay power equal to 6 minus your Great Old One's awakening power cost. If the result is negative, gain the result in power. 3, replace your Great Old One with Cthulhu. That could bite you in the butt, couldn't it? Combat equals the combat of an enemy Great Old One in the battle. Your choice. If none are present, Cthulhu's combat is 0. Fire vampires, post-battle. If Cthulhu is involved in a battle, after all kill results are assigned, but before they are applied, you may choose to spare one or more killed enemy units by reducing their kill to a pain instead. For each enemy unit you spare in this way, you gain 1 power. You cannot use fire vampires or firestorm against an enemy with 0 power or a hibernating windwalker. Now to get a spell book, kill an enemy Great Old One in battle. And the spell is Firestorm, post-battle. If Cthulhu is involved in a battle, for each killed enemy unit you spare, you also gain Elder Signs. Alright, Mother Hydra. To awaken, cost 4. 1, your controlled gate is in an area with your Great Old One. 2, pay 4 power and place Mother Hydra in the area containing the gate. Combat, 6 minus the number of enemy units in the battle, minimum 1. The Agony Sting, action, cost 1. Choose an area, choose any ocean, sea area. Can't read. All enemy cultists in that area must be moved into adjacent land areas by their owners. In a dispute over who moves first, you decide. Now to get the spellbook, choose 1. Either control no Great Old Ones in an ocean sea area, or enemy factions control no Great Old Ones in ocean sea areas. The spell, the Zygote, action, cost 1. Take all the Alkalite cultists in your pool and place them on the map in any areas in which you have a unit. It says area with S and apostrophe, so you can be multiple. Yig. Awakening cost 4. 1, your controlled gates in an area with your Great Old One. 2, pay 4 power and place Yig in the area containing the gate. Combat 2. Snakebite, post-battle. Your cultists are now poisonous. If any of your cultists is assigned a kill, the enemy receives 1 extra kill result. He only takes 1 extra kill regardless of how many cultists die. Alright, to get the spell, as your actions, remove 1 of your controlled gates from the map. The spell is Messenger of Yig, Doom Phase. In the Doom Phase, each other player must decide if they will donate 1 power from their total to you. For each player that refuses, gain 1 Doom point. Alright, so these guys all look pretty good, actually. Couple of the other ones that we've looked at could be a little wishy-washy, but these all look like they're actually pretty functional in combat and have pretty obvious strategic uses. So let's move them aside and take a look at the actual minis. Alright, so first up, ooh, that's scary looking. we have Mother Hydra. Aside from pendulous breasts, that is a scary looking monster. Yeah. So yeah, pretty nice sculpts. I'm very impressed with that. So yeah, I'll just leave that one for a second so you can get a good look at it. Then we've got the one whose name I have the most trouble with, Chognar Vaughn. It is a very like Buddhist lotus position pose. I think it's supposed to be an, more Indian related. It's been a while since I read the Mythos, but I believe it's an Indian deity, and or at least more oriented toward that. Alright, yeah, the detailing on him is really good. That's just a really nice mini all around. So get him out of the way, and we've got Abhoth, which is got a lot of little pieces on him. So I would be real careful with these tentacles. Most of them appear to be glued on individually. The brain thing looks really cool. But yeah, he looks really creepy, really cool looking. Painted up, this would look pretty awesome. But I think it'd be a tough paint job because you got tentacles in the way to try and get down into here. But yeah, real good mini. The brain thing's pretty solid. The tentacles I would worry about a little bit, but you know, you gotta use caution with most of the stuff anyway. So then we'll look at Yig. I think is this one, if memory serves. A lot of these look just like the right out of the rule book for the Call of Cthulhu roleplay game, but it's been a decade since I played, and kind of forget who's who. They're pictured on the cards, but not real well. So yeah, this is another nice sculpt. Not as detailed as some of the others, but it's a cool looking mini. The serpentine body looks really good. Having them perched on rocks and stuff always looks badass. And let's look at Cthulhu. These are all nice solid minis overall. The one has some little pieces that could bust off, but yeah, this one looks really freaky. If you painted them up like flame colors, I think he'd look really awesome. But yeah, lots of detailing. The base has like this ring of fire going. Looks really cool. Yeah, I dig these a lot. This is definitely one I think that if you're playing Cthulhu Wars, this is a package that you'll want to get, because it's got a lot of really good stuff in it. These are really good ones to have for factions, I think. So I would definitely try and incorporate these if you can. Some of the other packs I would say are probably much more optional. But you know, if you're trying to collect these or get them for display, or because you're a completionist like I am, then I understand that. But I think these are definitely more functional all around as a package than some of the others. A couple of the other ones just had like one or two that I would be interested in fielding. This one I think I would play with all 5 of them in the pool because they really mix it up. But yeah, the retail price is about $35. Because these just came out, they're probably going to be more. And depending on how Petersen releases more of them, if at all, like reprints them or whatever, they could go up in price. But expect to pay at least $35. If you find them cheaper than that, definitely pick them up. But I think it's worth the money. All of these look really good, and they add a lot of diversity to your team and the opponents. so it'll make it a little bit more of a challenge. But I would definitely pick this one up. But that'll do it for this episode. As always, thank you for watching and supporting the channel, and we hope to see you on the next episode of What's Inside.